The scene shifts to Songfei, who has teleported to Firefly Town. He's shouting wildly in frustration. Has that shadow guy gone crazy? Why is he chasing me so relentlessly? Is he jealous of my female fans? He collapses to his knees, screaming, "Damn it! Did he come to Rebirth Town because of me? Is it possible the girl he's obsessed with is one of my fans? But what does that have to do with me?" Suddenly, a notification appears. His tradable lifespan is continuously decreasing. It's now under 400 days and still dropping. He's horrified. Is there some kind of penalty for falling too much? What the hell is going on? He's overwhelmed and unable to think clearly. Just then, his fangirls teleport to him. One of the fangirls says, "Brother, something's wrong. That shadow used a skill. A bloody red flower started blooming from your fallen body and looked like it was absorbing something from you." Songfei gets even more shocked. A flower? On my body? And it's sucking away my tradable span? Damn it! That shadow is deadly. He's trying to finish me off for good. He keeps getting notifications that his lifespan is draining. In his mind, he screams, "Log off, log off, log off. If I keep falling like this, I'll run out of tradable span. I need to log off now." He raises his hand and tells everyone, "My family, let's log off for now. I'll buy time from the real world, get some gears, and once we're fully equipped, we'll return and fight him." The fangirls cheer and chant his name. Songfei grits his teeth and thinks, "Just wait, Shadow. This isn't over. I worked for 2.5 years for this. I refuse to believe I can't crush you with money." But didn't someone else say this exact line before? The scene changes to a field of cursed red flowers, born from the fallen foes around him. Our MC has created this entire field by defeating enemies. He's absorbing their lifespan when a notification pops up. You've defeated too many players. Your Slayer title is now Tier 4. From now on, if you fall, 96% of your tradable time will be lost. But Shadow ignores it. He has Ghost Fire Bells, so his lifespan won't drop anyway. Looking back, he says, "Nice. Another 1,000 days of tradable lifespan. Looks like Songfei and his gang did a lot of farming, but the absorption stopped. Seems like they've logged off." High above, a UAB owl watches this scene and gets terrified. In her mind, she thinks, so this is the terrifying power of rank number 1 player Shadow. Then MC uses voice call to ask Sue, "Has Songfei logged off?" Sue replies, "Yes, he and all his fangirls have logged off." MC says, "Great. Keep an eye out, and the moment they log in again, notify me immediately." She says, "Okay. Can I go now, expert?" MC says, "Wait. I've got a gold tier skill book for a priest. Holy Judgment Sword. Do you want it?" Her eyes shine like an owl's. "Yes, I want it," she says. Shadow replies, "Then wait for me in town." She agrees, and the scene shifts to the town, where Shadow meets her and hands her the skill book. "This book is worth at least 500 days of lifespan, but I'll give it to you at half price. On one condition." Hearing this, she gets nervous and says, "Expert, I hope this isn't something weird, okay?" Shadow laughs. "What nonsense are you saying? I just want you to join my team as a long-term healer." Relieved, she agrees. "Fine, but if your team is weak, I'll complain." Shadow says, "Don't worry, they're decent players. I'll contact them now." The scene changes to a jungle where it's raining. Wang Ming has just killed a monster, but he's poisoned and bleeding from every hole. He turns to Xiao and says, "Quick, cleanse my poison." Xiao, trembling, says, "Yes." Wang Ming shouts, "Every priest has a cleanse skill. Do it now. I can't hold out much longer." Suddenly, Xiao remembers something and gets excited. "Oh yeah, I can use this skill." She casts it, and it crashes into a tree. Wang Ming watches in horror. Little Black is shocked. Wang Ming starts coughing up blood. Still, Xiao just covers her mouth and says, "Ah, sorry, I missed." Wang Ming's soul nearly leaves his body. His teammates scream. The scene moves to their town. Wang Ming's whole team is gathered. He's frustrated and banging his head. "We need a new healer, but where will we find a hidden class healer now? All the good ones have already joined other teams." Meanwhile, Xiao looks completely guilt-free. She checks her screen and thinks, this game isn't hard. I feel like I'm just strolling in the park. Look, I even reached level 4. Great! If I continue like this, I'll meet Brother Songfei soon. Just then, Wang Ming gets a message from Shadow. I know a hidden class healer. Her class is White Avenger Priestess and she's strong. Do you want her? Wang Ming is shocked. He badly needs a healer but hides his excitement. Big bro, if you say she's strong, she must be. We'll definitely take her. Shadow replies, Great, she's in Rebirth Town. Not many people farm here. Bring your team and level up here. Wang Ming says, No problem. We were about to change location anyway. Cell Town is too crowded. Wang Ming turns to Xiao and says, Xiao, Cell Town is too dangerous for you. Your level is too low, so we won't take you with us. Xiao nods but gets scared inside. She thinks, I can do everything. Why are they leaving me? The whole team rushes off and she says to herself, You're all so cruel. If you wanted to dump me, just say so. No need for excuses. I'll find Expert Shadow and ask him to carry me. Scene shifts. Wang Ming reaches Rebirth Town and sees Expert Shadow. He transfers 800 days of tradable lifespan. This is for the gear you gave us, but we still owe you 500 days. Once our captain returns, we'll pay you. Shadow thinks, Captain? Isn't Wang Ming the captain? Has someone else taken over? Wang Ming introduces a girl standing beside him. This is Snowy Day. Meet Wang Ming. Just then, a voice calls out, Wang Ming, I'm here. They turn and see a girl walking toward them. MC's eyes widen. It's Justice Executioner, the same girl who once declared in front of top officials that Shadow might be an incarnated person, which is why he became so powerful so fast. And it seems Shadow remembers her from his past life. In his mind, he thinks, she's really in you. Player ID, Justice Executioner. She has a unique hidden class, Dragon Knight. She was one of the global top 20 powerhouses in my past life. She was a pillar of Great Sia's official forces and a nightmare for foreign enemies. She walks up to him and cheerfully shakes his hand. Expert Shadow, I'm so happy to meet you. I really admire you. Shadow shakes her hand and replies, Hello. Inside, he's thinking, this is the first time I've met someone higher ranked than me in my past life. She says, Expert Shadow, your leveling speed is insane. Got any secrets? I even joked to my team that maybe you're a time traveler or reincarnator. She laughs and Shadow thinks, in my past life, she was never in Wang Ming's team. She had her own team. Suddenly, he gets a notification. 500 days of lifespan transferred. He thinks, looks like and you gathered a lot of tradable lifespan under the name of Jinghai High Official City. Dragon Knights have high survivability. Authorities must trust her to store it. She says, Expert, if you have any gears for sale in the future, please sell them to us. We'll buy everything. Also, I have all of Jinghai City's lifespan. You won't attack me for that, right? Shadow says, No, I'm not that short-sighted. Cooperation is good for both of us. She laughs and says, I knew it. You're smart, Expert Shadow. Shadow thinks, every sentence she says feels like a test. As rumors say, she acts childish but is sharp like a blade, ruthless when needed. She's the face of Great Sia, which means she can protect me from a lot of trouble. The scene shifts. We see an apartment building and inside some people are shouting, Oh my god, beauty! We see the girls from Songfei crew. One of them is yelling into her phone, Have you seen the official announcement? The lifespan and godforsaken game is completely real. If it hits 0, we'll die in real life too. Nearby, the archer girl is also yelling into her phone, This isn't just some small game. I gave all my tradable lifespan to Brother Songfei. Another girl crying over the phone says, I only have a few years of lifespan left. The second girl shouts back, That's impossible. You've only died 3 times. How could you lose so much? The crying girl explains, I've killed many players, so I have the killer status. If I die even once, it's like dying 2 or 3 times, and I lose much more lifespan. The second girl replies, If that's the case, I don't have many years left either. Then we see the 6th daughter of the pig overhearing all this. She says, Damn it, I'm a tank in the game, always charging at the front. I've killed many, but I've died plenty of times too. I only have 1 day of lifespan left. She reads the announcement. If your lifespan reaches 0, you'll die in real life. Shocked, she says, No, that can't be true. This is definitely wrong. I can't believe it. Then she looks at her phone, eyes wide. Brother Songfei is buying tradable lifespan? She instantly jumps out of bed. Perfect! I'll go to Brother Songfei. He'll help me for sure. She rummages through her clothes, saying, I'll wear my full Brother Songfei support outfit today. Oh, and his latest release, Songfei Ultra Thin Anti-Leak. Fully dressed, she rushes out, shouting Brother Songfei name as she heads toward his place. The scene changes to Shadow's residential building, where he lives with his sister. She wakes from sleep, sighing deeply. I'm back to reality, but now I can't even tell the difference between the game and reality. Like anyone, she checks her phone first. Seeing something, she smiles. Wow. At the current rate, 1 day of lifespan can be sold for 15,000 yuan. I have 200 days, so I'm already a millionaire. But then she notices something else and freezes. Her eyes widen, trembling as she shouts, Oh my god! Shadow is massacring Brother Songfei! And not once but 3 times! Her voice echoes through the room as she breaks into sobs. Her whole body trembles. That idiot Walming told me if your lifespan hits 0 in the game, you die in reality too. She realizes that originally, Songfei non-tradable lifespan was 100 years, but after dying 3 times, he must have just over 12 years left. Crying hard, she calms herself slightly, still shaking. But why? Why does Shadow want to kill Brother Songfei? Reading the group chat, she sees people saying that even though dozens came to Songfei aid, Shadow still killed him. That's terrifying. How is he so strong? Suddenly, a message appears in the group from the fat pig girl. Beauties, Brother Songfei needs us right now. All sisters in Zhongai City can sell him their tradable lifespan at Dajiang Plaza for a purchase rate of 1 to 10,000. This way we'll be rich and get a chance to help him. Meanwhile, Shadow Sister, ready for school, reads the message. Dajiang Plaza isn't far from me. I can't just sit here and watch his lifespan run out. I have to help him. She runs toward the plaza, shouting about how she had already spent over 200 days of her own lifespan because of that idiot and his team, and could have used it to help Songfei. The scene changes back to Shadow. We see a crab chopped into pieces, the aftermath of his chaos. Though past the 3rd level, he hasn't exited the game even once, obsessed with reaching level 10. Bosses, monsters, even small fish, everything he slays for experience. After much effort, he finally reaches level 10. He's congratulated and gains +2 to his 4-dimensional attributes, 5 free attribute points, and unlocks a career achievement. A huge notification appears. He's the first player in Zhongai City to reach level 10, earning 7 reputation points. In the whole Dajia country, he's also first, 14 more points. Globally, he's first too, another 21 points. When 7 level 10 players gather in Zhongai City, the teleport function to the abundant continent of gods will activate. A global announcement appears. Player Shadow is the first to reach level 10. Players gossip. I knew it. He was the one who killed that gold level boss. Another says, I heard he repeatedly killed a small idol. You mean Songfei? He had it coming. In other towns, players are shocked. What the heck, Shadow's from Dajia? My hidden profession is only level 8. What kind of power does he have? Out of 1.5 billion people, who can catch up to him? Shadow then uses his 13 evolution points to upgrade his initial skill, Backstab, from Platinum to Emerald, gaining a 50% damage boost. Looking at the sea, he mutters, but I have just over 7,000 days of tradable lifespan. Still not enough. We see his details. Name, Shadow. Class, Shadow. Level, 10. Non-tradable lifespan. 10,219 years, 128 days. Tradable, 7,455 days. Strength, 39. Constitution, 39. Agility, 111. Spirit, 41. Prestige, 47. If I want to leave the starter town and reach the abundant continent of gods, I need 7 level 10 players. The highest level right now is 7. It'll take time. That's fine. I can handle some things in reality first. He vanishes from the game, and the scene shifts to his handsome real-world self, opening his eyes. A notification appears. Do you want to consume tradable lifespan to bring your abilities into reality? Unsurprised, Shadow says yes. Options appear. Extract class and levels, equipment, skills, lineages, divinity. He chooses class. Energy bursts from him. Class extracted at the cost of 1,000 days. Strength +3, Constitution +3, Agility +8, Spirit +5. Unsatisfied, he extracts level 2, costing 2,000 days, and reaches level 3 in reality. Strength +4, Constitution +4, Spirit +4, Agility +14. About to extract abilities, he realizes skill extraction cost is based on initial grade, not evolved grade. His basic shadow skill, now platinum, costs only 900 days. Relieved, he extracts it, then spends 262 days on Venom Dart, silver grade. Feeling the power, he says, I still have 1,292 days left, but can't extract more for now. My platinum shadow skill costs like a cheap one. What a great deal. A dark aura surrounds him. Veins bulge on his hands. His gaze turns deadly. My basic stats are double a normal human's, agility beyond human limits, unlimited invisibility, poison darts with a 14-meter range. I'll find an opportunity and end Songfei forever. Checking his phone, he sees Songfei frantically buying lifespan, likely to upgrade before facing him. Dajiang Plaza, 7 to 8 km away, at my speed, a little over 10 minutes. His phone vibrates. A call from Hu Kuben, the arrogant company supervisor. A text follows. Qin Fong has her eyes on you. This is your big chance, but you dare not cooperate? Call me back now or else. Shadow calls her an idiot, blocks her, tosses his phone in the air, hands in pockets, and walks on with swagger. These fools will soon realize what the real God-forsaken game is. Scene begins in the real world, where Songfei is hosting a concert. The stage is set grandly with lights flashing everywhere. The crowd is shouting Songfei's name from all directions. Among the crowd is Shadow's sister, who is cheering for him in excitement. Everyone is cheering for Songfei. On the stage, there are 2 thrones. One is for Songfei, and the other probably for his sister. Both siblings are dressed in idol outfits, sitting on their thrones, smiling as they enjoy the view in front of them. His sister tells Songfei, Brother, I heard that you lost to Shadow 3 times in the God-forsaken game. Don't worry. I've asked our people to investigate Shadow's real identity. Songfei replies, a bit confused. Oh, so what did you find? His sister laughs and says, I've sent someone to Celltown to approach Shadow. We'll offer him a deal he can't refuse, and when he comes to collect his money in real life, we'll confront him right there. Then you, brother, can settle things with him in person. Songfei smiles and says, All right, let me know once you catch him. By the way, I've heard the Dajin industry is using the same method to control many players, pressuring them to work for them. His sister remembers those players, recalling how they were all gathered in one place and pressured into working. She laughs and mocks them, calling them clueless people who can't even gather a bit of lifespan. She adds, Brother, your side is far better. You have so many girls willing to give up their lifespan for you. Some even say they'd go to great lengths for you. Hearing this, Songfei is filled with confidence and laughs with pride. Suddenly, someone from the crowd jumps up and starts yelling, Hey, don't give away your lifespan just like that. Haven't you seen the official announcement? If your lifespan hits 0 in the game, something bad might happen in real life too. Normally, no one would notice a lone person shouting in such a crowd, but Songfei does. The man keeps yelling, And you, Songfei, you already knew lifespan is tied to real life, yet you misled your fans and took their lifespan. You're putting people in real danger. We're going to report you to the authorities. Even after hearing all this, Songfei keeps smiling, calmly thinking to himself, There's always someone trying to cause trouble. He picks up the mic and stands before the couch. Coughing a bit, he says, 1 minute, please listen to me. To all my friends present here, my name is Songfei. I've noticed some debates going on. I regret that in the process of acquiring lifespan, I might have used some public resources. I sincerely apologize for any inconvenience caused. But the crowd immediately starts shouting, No, brother, you don't need to apologize. You've done nothing wrong. Songfei continues, I am truly grateful for the love and support of my fans. I hope all my fans stay positive and keep their spirits high. I want everyone to follow their ideals. protect themselves and their loved ones during this special period of the godforsaken game. Let's work together positively and spread good energy in society. Everyone, including Shadow Sister, was listening to him carefully. It looked like tears were about to fall from everyone's eyes. Song Fei went on. This game has affected the entire world. I'm cooperating with the authorities and working hard inside the game as well. That's why I used my personal assets to gain lifespan. I hope I can become a quality idol inside the game, someone worthy of your love and affection. And honestly, his acting was amazing. He even brought out emotional tears while saying, I did all this for my fans. I hope everyone gains something from this game. May all live with peace and safety and move forward toward a better future together. I never imagined that my small actions would hurt so many people. If my actions caused any of you any trouble, I sincerely apologize. The crowd went wild. Shadow Sister shouted while crying, No, it's not your fault! People started yelling like crazy, saying he had done nothing wrong. The person who tried to warn them was now being cursed and shouted at by Song Fei fans. They called him names and told him to get lost. The poor guy started panicking. Just then, Song Fei, sixth fangirl, yelled, Don't believe these nonsense rumors. Out of nowhere, she jumped onto the stage and screamed, How dare you question my brother? Do you have a pig's brain to believe such lies? How can lifespan from a game affect reality? Everyone was confused how she got on stage so fast. She beat her chest and shouted, I would gladly stand by my brother. When I logged out, I had less than a day of lifespan left. And look at me, I'm standing here perfectly fine. She kept shouting emotionally. The fans were now fully charged up. One shouted, I have 20 days of lifespan, I'll give it all to you. Others joined in. I have 17 days. I have 3 days. I have 2 days, Song Fei shouted from the stage. Oh my! I can feel your energy, family. I love you all. Everyone went berserk. He looked at the pig girl and said, Especially you. I'm very grateful someone like you loves me. Hearing this, she started crying from every pore and began saying super emotional lines. But suddenly, a shadowy object zipped across the air and struck Song Fei's head. The impact was powerful. He didn't even realize what happened. His face was still smiling. His fans were stunned. Shadow Sister was terrified. Song Fei's sister saw the scene and freaked out. He stood frozen, then collapsed. The girl beside him stared at him in disbelief. She screamed, her legs gave out, and she fell with him. His sister stood in shock. The girl crawled toward him and cried, Brother Song Fei, what happened? Everyone screamed, Ah, Song Fei, he's down! Brother Song Fei is down! Suddenly, the girl beside him disappeared. Perhaps her lifespan ended. Meanwhile, Song Fei's sister ran off, grinding her teeth in panic. The security guards were strangely emotionless and didn't react much. They said, Take the young lady to the exit first. There was some kind of weapon, secure the area. Everyone's eyes were filled with tears, worried about Song Fei. But his sister was thinking, I need to escape now. She got to her car, trembling, and thought, I saw it. I saw a strange glowing light over his body right when he fell. Then it vanished into the air. It must have been picked up. That skill was definitely from the God-forsaken game. Running under guard protection, she got into her car and thought, Can God-forsaken game skills be used in real life? But how could anyone take down Song Fei instantly and steal his lifespan in a blink? Only one person could do that. But before she could sit down, another dark object flew through the air and hit her with incredible force. The scene cut abruptly. The guards still had no clue what just happened. Their young lady had collapsed. They called out to her, unaware that the killer was right there, invisible. And it was none other than our beloved Shadow. He had ended both siblings once and for all. And just like that, the curse of cringe on this series has finally been lifted. The next morning, the news reported the tragic death of celebrity Song Fei at Dajong Square. Some of Song Fei's most extreme fans had even sacrificed their own lives right beside him, taking their last breaths next to his body. According to the police report, Song Fei's death was caused by something supernatural. After reading this news, MC's sister and her friend felt as if a huge weight had crushed them, or as if some ghost had possessed their bodies. All the color drained from their faces. Xiao, crying, said, I can't believe it! We were just watching Brother Song Fei concert yesterday. She was still mourning when her friend suddenly shouted, Throwing knife and stealth. They're saying in the news speculation that the attacker probably used these two powers. But these powers, they're from the God-forsaken game. Xiao, do you think Brother Songfei was assassinated? Hearing this, Xiao was deeply shocked. Then her friend continued. I heard that Shadow killed Songfei 3 times inside the game. Both of them instantly fell into a state of disbelief, their eyes and noses streaming with tears. Her friend asked, but how could game abilities be used in reality? For Xiao, it felt like her entire world had ended. She couldn't speak a word. Songfei death had shaken her to the core. She sat in a transport vehicle, still in shock, constantly watching the news. In her mind, she kept thinking, someone assassinated Big Brother Songfei. It's true that Shadow killed him many times inside the game, and the one who could kill him in real life must also be Shadow. Throwing knives and stealth. Those are assassin abilities. It must be him. He's definitely the killer. Even when she got into a taxi, her mind wouldn't stop repeating the same thought. Big Brother Songfei was killed by Shadow. There's no more light left in my world, she thought. Shadow has somehow brought his game abilities into real life. But I still want to go to him. Stay close to him. I just want to become stronger, no matter what it costs. The taxi stopped and she and her friend stepped out. Her friend tried to comfort her, to calm her down, but Xiao was lost in her own thoughts. In her heart, she had already decided. Her life now had only one goal, to kill Shadow. As she said this to herself, tears streamed from every corner of her eyes, nose, and mouth, making her look almost grotesque. Her friend, worried, asked, Xiao, are you okay? You look really scary right now. But Xiao was still thinking to herself, I will take revenge for Brother Songfei. Meanwhile, the killer, Shadow, also known as Qin Feng, was sitting in a cafe, enjoying his noodles. As he ate, he thought to himself, even though entering the God-forsaken game makes players invincible in reality, playing still consumes energy. If you get hungry, you have to eat. Just then, the phone beside him started buzzing like a bee. Still eating, MC checked his phone. It was a message that read, Qin Feng, who is extremely angry. He says you've blocked his number and even blocked him on WeChat. If you don't come here, you'll be fired and you won't get this month's salary. MC imagined this girl, young Shia. She had a good personality but was too weak and often got bullied. In his past life, she was a member of his Godslayer guild. He messaged her back, you don't need to get involved in this trouble. There's no point in working anymore. You should also enter the game, and we can grind together. She replied, Oh, Qing Feng, this God-forsaken game. Have you already entered it? I heard it's very difficult. It has already consumed the lifespan of many people. MC advised, it doesn't matter which profession you choose. At the start, just put all your attribute points into agility. She sent a smiling emoji and said, Okay, I also heard the lifespan produced by this game is super expensive. Qing Feng, how much have you earned grinding so far? And how much have you saved? MC replied, Not much. I've spent almost all of it. The girl said, Wow, you must have bought yourself a car and a nice house, right? No wonder you blocked Who. Reading this, MC thought, Who is just a piece of trash. The real issue is his boss, Queen Cece. He explained that Queen Cece was the daughter of the CEO of Quan Group, the company that owned the one he used to work for. She was a spoiled young woman who did no real work but loved to boss around her subordinates. Her behavior was so disgraceful that even the devil would spit in disgust. Once she went to a hotel with 6 foreign middle-aged men, and another time she went for fun in a sports car with 3 African and American men. Now she was threatening him. Queen Cece was the kind of person who worshipped foreigners, meaning she gave special attention and favor to men like that. After the game was launched, this woman left Daxia and moved to North America to pursue her dream of forming the Alliance in Wonderland Association. At one point, she even focused on bringing down Daxia itself. In his past life, she caused countless troubles for the Godslayer Guild and Daxia. Before it leaves the country, I must finish it off. Otherwise, once it departs for North America, dealing with it won't be so easy. If Queen Cece is defeated here, the Alliance in Wonderland over there will fail to establish itself. Rumors had it that many old foreigners there had close ties with Queen Cece, and the moment this girl falls, all of their founders will scatter, Their communication links will be severed. Just then, the phone in his hand starts buzzing again, vibrating like a bee. The caller ID shows Xiao, his sister. When Qingfeng picks up and says hello, she shouts his name loudly. Qingfeng? You actually know how to pick up the phone? I thought you'd been lost in the god-forsaken game. Since you're still alive, I just want to tell you that I've earned enough money to easily buy myself a house. From now on, don't even think about bothering me. Shadow, still calm with a straight face, simply says, Okay. That makes the girl pause for a second. Then she adds, Don't ever try to reconnect with me again. I won't come looking for you either. And don't even think about finding my address. The MC replies, If that's all, I'm hanging up now. The girl is stunned for a moment, then says, Qingfeng, I'm cutting off all communication channels with you. Qingfeng answers, Okay. Her surprised, What? Is cut short as the MC hangs up before she can finish. He walks out of the restaurant, glances around, and says, Well, time for me to get back and level up. It won't take long for the others to reach level 10. Then they'll realize that the game's abilities can be brought into the real world. And when that happens, peace in this world will vanish. The scene shifts to a town in the god-forsaken game. Xiao and her friend are walking forward. Her friend says, Xiao, is it really good to cut off all contact with your own brother? Why don't you apologize? He looked really upset this time. But Xiao, full of attitude, says, Apologize? Me? No way. I sold my Life Force coin group for 2 million. The amount shocks her friend so much that she can only blurt, 2 million? Xiao smugly says, I even bought a house. We can live together now. And soon I'll get close to Shadow. When that happens, Qingfeng will mean nothing. He's just a useless waste. Just then, a crooked-looking guy calls out to Xiao. She turns and sees a middle-aged-looking man, though he's actually a student from her school. Acting sly, he walks up to her, hands her a skill book, and puts an arm around her shoulder. Here's the assassin skill book you wanted. Don't forget the promise you made me. Xiao laughs and says, I remember. I'll fulfill your little wish. But in her mind, she's thinking, once I get acquainted with Shadow, I won't even bother talking to people like you. Putting on a fake smile, she calls Wang Ming. Brother Wang Ming, I have an assassin skill book here, a control-type skill. Can you ask Brother Shadow if he wants it? If he does, I'll give it to him for free. In her thoughts, she continues. For a bootlicker, Jiang Wei is useful. He brought me a decent skill book. This book will be the key to getting close to Shadow. Shadow, just wait. Soon I'll be right by your side. I'll quietly stay with you, heal you, help you defeat your enemies, and level up with you. I'll make you feel like I truly care for you, helping you in every possible way. Slowly, you'll start trusting me. Maybe you'll even treat me like a part of your life. And once I become strong enough and your value is gone, I'll personally betray you. To avenge Big Brother Songfei, I'll make sure you lose everything. In Shadow's past life, this girl had actually done exactly that. Just then, she receives a message from Wang Ming. Big Boss says this ability is absolute garbage. He doesn't want it. You can keep it or sell it for cash. Her face falls instantly. The shock leaves her speechless. The scene shifts to a few hours earlier. Shadow has entered the game and is wandering around looking for opportunities when a voice behind him says, Move carefully out of my way. Surprised, the MC turns and starts to walk in that direction. Nearby, he hears voices saying, Damn, this is no ordinary boss. I have to survive. In front of him appears a monster with 4 arms, 8 legs, and countless tentacles, wielding weapons and slaughtering adventurers. After wiping out the team, the monster's attention turns to the tank. The tank tries to escape but gets caught in the jungle, curses, and then is torn apart along with his shield. From behind a tree, the MC watches, thinking, That's a level 8 arthropod. Things are getting interesting. If I remember right, this boss has level 2 anti-stealth. In other words, my stealth will be completely useless against it. After killing the entire team, the monster swings its swords wildly and roars, celebrating its victory. At that moment, Shadow emerges from hiding and dashes through it with an instant shadow slash, dealing absolutely insane damage. He advances a bit, then thinks, If you attack from outside the enemy's field of vision, they can't see you, even if they can see through invisibility. That's effective, but invisibility reduces my damage output a lot. Still, thanks to his legendary Divine Salvation skill, The golden arthropod's heart and head weak points are increased by 200%. Of the 9 strikes from his instant shadow slash, 3 are counted as hitting weak points, delivering triple weak point damage, more than making up for the damage loss from stealth. Because of this, he had become normal again. This truly was a legendary skill. I should go and thank Little Black again for this. Meanwhile, from behind, hiding quietly, Miss Grey Rose was also watching this fight, completely shocked. In her mind, she thought Shadow's slash damage was absolutely outrageous. 1 strike had taken away 1/6 of the Golden Earthport's health. On the other side, Shadow was dodging the monster's attacks while throwing his poison darts straight at it, dealing a direct damage of 10,685. The monster kept running but could do nothing, as Shadow's speed was greater. While throwing poison darts, Shadow thought to himself that the damage was still too low, since poison dart was only a silver-level skill. Looks like I'll need to level up my profession to get a higher-level stealth skill. Suddenly, the monster attacked Shadow with its tentacles. Shadow was surprised and stepped back. The scene showed the massive monster coming forward with all its tentacles and sword-like limbs, directly targeting the MC. It became difficult for MC to dodge, and seeing this, Grace grew worried, shouting an alarm for him to be careful. Seeing a girl worried for him filled Shadow with energy. Some unknown power surged inside him, and suddenly, he started dodging every attack at full speed. His movements were so swift that both Grey Rose and her team were left with wide eyes and open mouths. They exclaimed in disbelief, how could anyone move at such speed? Not only was his movement fast, but his reaction time was superhuman, and he seemed to understand every attack pattern of the boss perfectly. Another girl added, exactly! His speed is on par with bosses themselves, and he's dodging every single attack flawlessly. It's like... At that moment, while dodging, Shadow himself explained, exactly. I've fought this boss so many times I can't even count. In my previous life, it didn't matter how many times we tried to kill it. We never succeeded. Eventually, I realized that domain-type bosses aren't the kind of monsters you can beat with brute force. You have to read their moves and feel their rhythm. That's how I became one of the top 100 strongest players. By the time he finished speaking, he had already beaten the monster badly. Its health was almost gone, and coughing, it looked at MC before turning to run away. Watching this, MC thought, compared to those special bosses with unstoppable attacks, like the golden ghost shape, handling this golden joint is way easier. Grey Rose's jaw dropped when she saw the boss running. She shouted in shock, holy moly! That golden boss is actually running away! But can Shadow's prey escape him? Shadow, filled with anger, charged at full speed with his poison dart. With his unstoppable momentum, he went straight for its neck, taking its head clean off, an incredible sight to behold. After killing it, a notification appeared. You have slain the level 8 gold tier boss, Golden ETH Drop. You gained 6,400 experience points, 7 evolution points, and 497 days of tradable lifespan. He then used his greedy hand skill on it, gaining an extra 7 evolution points and another 497 days of tradable lifespan. MC was overjoyed. Amazing. One golden boss had given him 28 evolution points and almost 2,000 days of tradable lifespan. While checking the loot list, something surprised him greatly. There was a skill book for assassins. It was a platinum tier skill called Black Light Shield. Its effect was to actively convert dodge rate into a damage immunity shield for 8 seconds, with a 60-second cooldown. The level requirement was 8, and the conversion rate was such that every 20% dodge rate turned into 1 damage immunity shield. A damage immunity shield meant that no matter how powerful the boss, its attack damage would be nullified. Once the shield broke or its duration ended, the dodge rate would return to normal. MC was shocked and immediately used the skill book. Wait, he thought. My epic grade ghostly blood skill already gives me 75% dodge rate. If I combine that with Black Light Shield, I'll get 3 layers of damage reduction shields. If I use this skill properly, I can fight even boss-level monsters without taking any damage, especially the bosses from the godforsaken continent. I even have enough evolution points to evolve this Black Light Shield directly to epic grade. He consumed 6 evolution points, upgrading Black Light Shield from Platinum tier to Epic tier. Now its duration increased from 8 seconds to 14 seconds, and its conversion rate improved from 20% to just 10%. meaning only 10% dodge rate was needed for 1 damage reduction shield. Reading this, MC laughed loudly. Now I have 7 damage reduction shields. With this skill, I can explore high-level areas ahead of time. He still had 22 evolution points left, so he decided to evolve his poison darts to increase their damage. He spent 16 evolution points to upgrade his silver tier poison dart skill to emerald tier. Its maximum range increased from 14 meters to 17 meters, and its base hit damage doubled from 120 to 240. The poison's toxin now dealt continuous damage equal to 80% of his attack for 5 seconds, up from 50%. Hitting weak points still had no extra effect, and the poison could not be stacked. Reading the description, MC said, "By evolving Poison Dart 3 times, its damage has at least doubled. And since the skill has only a 5-second cooldown, in the end, its damage output is equal to the instant Shadow Slash." After getting the skill book, he also obtains 2 assassin-type equipment pieces, which he equips instantly without even checking them. The first is a platinum tier accessory, the Lightness Ring. It increases agility by 20, movement speed by 20%, attack speed by 20%, and reduces cooldown by 20%. Yes, you might notice that the information here looks a bit off. That's actually a writing mistake. I'm reading directly from the official comics, so trust me on this. Even the equipment name is written wrong here. City of Lightness? What's that? It's actually Lightness Ring. When I saw it for the first time, I was confused too. I had to investigate a bit more, and then I found out that sometimes even these panels have mistakes. Anyway, moving on with the story. The second piece is a gold-grade heavy crimson leather gloves. This assassin-type armor increases physical defense by 18, all elemental resistances by 15, constitution by 12, and HP by 588. After reading this, the MC happily says, "Because of these 2 equipment pieces, my cooldown speed has increased by 55%. My instant Shadow Slash used to have a 12-second cooldown, but now it's only 7.7 seconds. On top of that, my constitution is now 51 points, my physical defense is 106 points, and my HP is 157 points. Not bad at all. With these attributes, I can survive 2 or 3 hits from the golden arthropod. And as for the golden ghost ship, even its desperate attack can't completely kill me now. My survivability has greatly increased." He glances at his backpack and notices it's already half full. He sets it aside and looks up. Grey Rose and her 3 teammates are walking toward him. Grey Rose is shocked by MC's strength. She says, "An expert really is an expert. You took down a gold-level boss all by yourself. Do you have any skill or equipment I could use? I'll buy it directly from you." MC takes out a gold-level skill from his backpack and says, "For mages, I have this, Ice Bolt Bounce. It's a gold-tier group skill. You can create an ice ball, fire it, and it can bounce up to 10 times. Its price is around 800 days of tradable lifespan. The price is fixed. Boss loot from level 8 monsters usually requires level 6 to 8 to use. Naturally, higher level skills have better attributes. This Ice Bolt Bounce is level 7. Compared to a level 5 skill, its damage is about 40% higher. And of course, you can't learn the same skill twice. But if the new one is a higher level, it can overwrite the old one. Still, Grey Rose feels 800 days of lifespan is a bit too much. But she doesn't want to let go of this skill either. With it, her leveling speed will skyrocket. If she faces a large horde of small monsters, this skill can cause explosive damage. After half a minute of thinking, Grey Rose borrows some lifespan from her teammate and buys the skill. A notification pops up. Your Ice Bolt Bounce has been sent. You have received 800 days of tradable lifespan. After the deal, MC immediately turns invisible and leaves, while the others wave goodbye. In his mind, MC thinks, now that I have the power, I just need the locations of big bosses. I'll post a message in town. Anyone who gives me a silver-level boss location will get 30 days of tradable lifespan. Anyone who gives me a gold-level boss location will get 100 days. This way, I'll have an endless supply of bosses and maximize my development. He hasn't gone far when Wang Ming messages him. Hey boss, do you remember a girl named Xiao in my team? She told me to contact you. She wants to give you a skill book. MC is surprised. He mutters, Xiao wants to give me a skill book? It must be some useless brown grade one. Shadow thinks to himself. Everyone believes I killed Songfei. This girl should be angry at me, but instead she's giving me a skill book? She's either trying to impress me or avenge Songfei in some strange way. MC tells Wang Ming, I don't need that trash skill. Tell her she can sell it herself. Wang Ming replies, all right, got it. MC thinks, if this were Qing Feng instead of me, that girl would fight him to the death in reality. But here she is, giving Shadow a skill book instead of trying to kill him. I understand her game. Wang Ming messages Xiao Yu. Big Boss says he doesn't need this trash skill. You can keep it or sell it for some money. Hearing this, Xiao is stunned. Meanwhile, Shadow tells Wang Ming, come to town. I have something to sell you. Bring your lifespan too. Wang Ming replies, awesome, I'm coming. MC thinks, Xiao has always been like this. No matter how much Qing Feng cared for her, she never cared back. If she got even slightly unhappy, she would pick huge fights with him. Even though Qin Feng took care of her for 9 years, arranging everything, skills, equipment, lifespan, food, accommodation, she still thought she deserved it all. In the end, for Songfei, she personally gouged out my eyes. And the most amusing thing? Even after doing that, she still had a happy smile on her face. Normally in someone's last moments, they'd think about the good someone has done for them. But she never cared about anything Qing Feng did. Qing Feng takes a deep breath and says, even if Songfei is dead, I will never accept her again. She will never change. I'm not falling into hell twice because of the same person. On the other side, Wang Ming looks tense. He sends MC a message. Boss, I have a question for you. Shadow says, ask. Wang Ming says, boss, did you kill Brother Songfei? MC pauses for a moment, then keeps walking forward and says, yes, it's true. I killed him. Without any further words, Wang Ming is left speechless. MC thinks to himself, Wang Ming is on my friend list. When Songfei died, I was offline. He must have noticed that. The timing and motive fit perfectly. The crime is obvious. If he's asking this, then he's already guessed most of it himself. If I were Qing Feng, I'd deny it instantly. After all, the other person has no evidence. But I have no reason to deny it. So I'll say it directly. Then he looks serious and says, why? Are you planning to arrest me? He thinks, in just 2 or 3 hours, the other players will reach level 10. That means many people will find out about the fact that abilities can be brought into reality. So there's no point hiding anymore. This is the perfect time to see how Great Sia officially reacts to this matter. Consider it a test. What do you think the authorities' reaction will be? The scene begins with a wealthy town where a beautiful wooden castle stands. Our MC arrives there, killing a few low-level monsters along the way and filling his backpack again. When he reaches the meeting spot, the sly fox greets him with an attitude, asking, Expert, do you admit that you killed Songfei? Shadow replies confidently, That's right. Do you want to arrest me? The girl immediately changes her tone and starts laughing. She explains, Honestly, we started a deep investigation, and our biggest prime suspect was you, boss. We were certain you were involved, but we discovered that Songfei and Zhang Li conspired against you. Also, Dazhong Industries really was kidnapping players and forcing them to work. So honestly, killing them counts as self-defense. Hearing this, MC thinks, they don't know my real identity, so they can't identify me. That's why they want to cooperate. It benefits them, too. In my previous life, I worked cleanly with the authorities, with no stains on my profile. But this time, I directly killed Songfei and Zhang Li. That changes everything. Let's see how my rebirth changes this era of the godforsaken game. He then pulls out a pile of silver, gold, and platinum tier equipment from his inventory, thinking to himself, I'll sell the platinum gear I'm not using anyway. The government buys every class's skills and gear. They also have plenty of lifespan. Seeing so much gold tier loot, and even some platinum, people exclaim, Oh my goodness, platinum tier equipment and skills. Expert, did you kill a platinum tier boss alone? There was no global announcement. Shadow replies, Just a bit of luck. Little Snow confirms, I saw it myself. Boss opened a jade tier treasure chest and got platinum tier drops. It was just luck. Hearing Little Snow, Little Black gets jealous, grumbling. He calls her Little Snow but calls me Little Black. Shadow smirks. Fine, I'll keep calling you Little Black, making her blush and yell, Little Black is fine. Meanwhile, Wang Ming compares himself to others and feels proud, until he compares himself to Shadow, which crushes his ego. Comparison really steals joy, he says. Justice Execution adds, yeah, we struggle against silver tier bosses, and he casually gets platinum tier loot from a jade chest. Shadow begins calculating prices. Platinum tier archer skill book, 2,500 days. Platinum tier berserker weapon, 10,500 days. Platinum tier mage skill book, 3,000 days. All gold tier equipment and skills, 8,000 days. Then he says, I'll give you the remaining 25 platinum tier items and skill boxes at a discount, 16,000 days of lifespan. The girl immediately says, deal. Wang Ming freaks out. Captain, you accepted without bargaining? She replies, looks fair to me. I'll also settle Little Snow and Wang Ming's old debt now. The deal is completed quickly. Shadow compliments her decisiveness. She laughs. He then thinks, once tradable lifespan exceeds 10,000 days, it converts into years. 60 years is about 22,000 days. In reality, that's worth nearly 400 million in cash. Even for the government, that's massive, but the benefits far outweigh the cost. Zhanghai City will now be able to quickly train strong teams. The stronger the authorities get, the fewer unnecessary troubles I'll face. It might even give us an edge in international conflicts. Anu then says seriously, Expert, Dazhang Industries has kidnapped many players. We're going to rescue them soon. Will you join us? MC wonders if they're trying to recruit him to erase the fact he killed Songfei. He says, no, I can't join you, but your guess is right. I killed them using the game's power. Both are shocked. You can use the game's power in reality? MC explains. Reach level 10, spend a bit of lifespan, and you can bring your abilities to the real world. Use your time well. You know what that means. Anu realizes, so that's why Dazhang Industries is buying lifespan like crazy. Once their people reach level 10, they can extract abilities to reality, making our rescue mission harder. Shadow says, good that you understand. I'll go now. And vanishes using his Shadow Snake ability, impressing everyone as always. Anu then tells Wang Ming, let's split up for leveling. Our squad is high level now. If we stick together, we'll just one-shot mobs and waste damage. Splitting into 2 leading teams will boost efficiency. Wang Ming agrees. She adds, priority, get everyone to level 10. For now, log off and report this to the authorities. The scene shifts to a town where people notice, look, Shadow's setting up a shop again, but this time he's buying, not selling. Shadow's sign reads, 30 days of silver boss coordinates, 100 days for gold boss coordinates. The porcupine-faced man from before, who once helped level up the arrogant girl Zhang Li, approaches. He says, our young mistress says if you agree to carry her for leveling, she'll give you Dazhang Industries shares worth over 300 million. Such chances come rarely. Cherish it. Shadow stares at him like he's an idiot. Someone behind says, you must not have checked the news. Shadow killed Songfei and your young mistress in reality. The man is stunned. People gossip. Young mistress dead? Shame, I saw her once, total beauty, what a waste. Some defend Shadow, saying she kidnapped and tried to enslave him in reality, so he one-shotted her. Probably government agents whitewashing his image. The man recalls how Zhang Li first offered Shadow 10 million to level her, but he refused. Greedy, the man asked her for 5 million. She agreed. But when he went for payment in reality, she beat him unconscious, locked him up, mistreated him for days, and forced him to grind lifespan and bring in more victims. Now he laughs inside. She deserved to die. Shadow says coldly, if I remember how you licked her boots, you must have helped kidnap plenty of people for her, right? The man panics. No, I was forced. I have to go. Shadow waves. Get lost. Trash like you will be handled by the authorities. 2 people then approach Shadow with silver boss coordinates. 30 days of lifespan for silver boss coordinates, he says, starting the trade. The scene shifts again. to another town. People there whisper, "That's Ace and Spades." Rumor is they belong to Queen Cece, heiress of the Quan group. Another warns, "Stay away from her. She's killed many players and will steal your lifespan." Queen Cece walks with men from different countries saying, "This game isn't that impressive. Just spend some pocket money on skills and gear, outmatch others in combat power, then hunt players with lots of lifespan and take it. Simple." She recalls past hunts and grumbles. "Because of this damn game, I missed my flight. I should be in North America enjoying life." She then eyes the men beside her. Just her look makes them tremble. She says, "Instead, I'm stuck in Dark Sea City, can't even leave the country. Look at the local men, they're like insects. Tony, men from your place are much more charming." Tony replies smugly, "Miss Queen, your taste is excellent. We're naturally superior to locals, even in private matters. Once in reality, you can experience it firsthand." Her cheeks flush red as she says, "Okay, I'd like to see that." Then she says, "I heard that Trash Songfei is dead. I played with him once. He was done in under a minute. Pathetic." Suddenly she trembles, tongue brushing her lips, and says, "People say his killer is someone called Shadow. Even if he's just another local, he's ranked #1 globally, worth getting to know." She fantasizes, if Shadow could kill Songfei so easily, killing an ordinary person would be child's play for him. I could use this chance to meet him. The ordinary person she wants killed is none other than Qing Feng, Shadow's real identity. She logs off to make a call, thinking, 3,000 days of lifespan. Shadow may not care for cash, but he won't refuse that. All he has to do is eliminate one insignificant ordinary person. "Last time you rejected me, Qing Feng, I'll never forget your face. Qing Feng, you will die soon." Then scene shift. We see the same man from whom Xiao had bought a skill for Shadow. He kills a monster, which begins dissolving into life force, and falls to his knees. Xiao starts healing him, and this time her healing is successful. While recovering, the man takes a deep breath and says, "Xiao, next time you heal, don't take so long. I was just one step away from meeting my ancestors. Do it quicker." Xiao replies in an annoyed tone, "Why are you yelling at me? You're not dead, are you?" He says, "I'm not yelling, I'm just reminding you." Then the girl says, "I'm getting a system notification that my hunger bar is above 90%, so I need to log off and eat something. Yan, come with me." The next moment, both log off, leaving the man speechless and lost for words. After they leave, he shouts, "Damn it! This girl used to call me expert so sweetly, but after meeting Shadow just once, why is she acting so high and mighty? Just wait, I'll tear that attitude to shreds." The scene shifts to the real world, to an apartment building. Xiaonu Place. As you can see, nothing is in its proper place. Clothes are thrown everywhere. She logs out of the game, thinking how hungry she is. Quickly, she opens her phone to order food, but finds no delivery places open. No riders are available. Of course, everyone is in the godforsaken game now. She thinks back to how, at home, Qing Feng always cooked for her. She never had to lift a finger, let alone think about food. He'd always bring something. Now she's regretting things even more. But her ego kicks in and she tells herself, "Xiao, pay attention, it's just food. Compared to freedom, this is nothing." To motivate herself, she starts chanting, "You're strong. You're the best. You can do this, Xiao. Without Qing Feng, you're even better." The scene changes back to godforsaken game, to a beach. From inside a cave, roaring sounds are heard. A crab-like monster appears, with a footprint mark on its shell. Shadow's silhouette is seen, and in the next moment, he kills the monster in one strike, tearing it apart. The monster dissolves into life force. Panting, the MC says, 4 silver tier monsters in an hour, not bad. Each kill gives me 16 evolution points." While absorbing the monster's life vault, he continues, "An average silver tier boss gives me about 3,000, 4,000 tradable lifespan. And as for my gear, even the weakest ones are gold tier or higher." He lists his equipment: weapons, platinum tier ghost shift twin blades, armor, gold tier ghost fire, leather armor, bracers, gold tier heavy red leather gloves, necklace, gold tier disciple pendant, 2 rings, gold tier curse ring and platinum tier agility ring. After killing these silver bosses, Shadow replaced his brown gloves and inferior shoes with 1. Fleeting leather armor, gold tier assassin armor. Increases physical defense by 15, elemental resistance by 12, and cooldown speed by 35%. Level requirement 8.2. Councilman boots, gold tier assassin armor. Increases stealth duration by 20%, movement speed during stealth by 30%, and stealth break attack by 35%. Level requirement 9. Smiling, he says, my cooldown reduction is now from 55% to 75%. My instant shadow / cooldown is down from 12 seconds to just 6.8. In these starting towns, there are no platinum tier bosses, only gold tier loot. The only way to grow faster is to upgrade his class achievement. Future platinum bosses will all have at least level 2 stealth detection, so he must advance to level 3 stealth quickly. For that, he still needs 20,000 XP. With level 3 stealth, he can reduce the risk of dying against platinum bosses. In his previous life, defeating a platinum boss required a perfect 20-man team with no mistakes. Looking back, he says, let's go back to town and send all this loot to the government. I'll always stay ahead, and the world's first platinum boss clear will be mine. The scene shifts to evening in town. The MC has sold all his items, reaching 105 years of tradable lifespan. The buyer waves goodbye, saying, next time, sell to me again, expert. Shadow thinks, 105 years. That's about 4,000 days of tradable lifespan. I can extract so many things into reality. While thinking about what to extract, a man steps out from a corner and waves, hey, you're Shadow, right? With a slight smirk, he says, I have a task for you. The target is in the real world. The pay will be good. You all know Shadow by now. What do you think he'll do? Pause the video and comment. As always, the MC ignores him and keeps walking. The man runs ahead and says, hey, wait. It's just a nobody, Qingfeng. You can deal with him easily. Didn't you take care of Songfei without trouble? I'll even give you his address. You can make good money. Hearing his own name as the target, Shadow stops for a moment, confirming, you want Qingfeng gone? He keeps his expression neutral and asks, is it necessary? Why do you want him out of the way? The man laughs. That's none of your business. The payment is 3,000 days of tradable lifespan. Hearing that, Shadow thinks, 3,000 days, that's about 50 million in reality. Interesting. Who wants me removed? This guy's just a messenger. In my past life, my real-world enemies only appeared mid or late game. Acting this early is unusual. The man says, what's wrong? Tempted, right? Shadow thinks, before God-forsaken game launched, the only one with both resources and motive to target me is Queen Cece. But if she really wanted me gone, she could have done it before the game launched. So her real goal must be to connect with Shadow, and Qingfeng is just a test. After all, I rejected her in advance. Smiling, Shadow says, all right, I'll take the job, but you'll deposit half the payment now, and I decide when and how it's done. The man gets uneasy. Wait, I'll need permission for that deposit. Later, he speaks to someone, then sends Shadow a trade request. I got permission. Here's half the payment. The MC opens his channel and sees a notification. 1,500 of tradable lifespan received. Accepting it, he thinks, I'll take this deposit as interest for your trouble. The real payment I'll collect from you directly, Queen Cece. Just wait. I'll come to you soon. The man sends Shadow the target's location and details, saying, with all your skills, tracking him won't be hard. Seeing the address, Shansui residence, Shadow is shocked. That's my place. Keeping his reaction hidden, he says, you'll get your results soon. The man curses behind his back. Damn, even when we're both working for Miss Queen Cece, he acts so high and mighty. Suddenly, a sweet voice calls out, hey, expert, wait! A beautiful girl in black armor looking like a warrior class approaches. She says, I heard you're buying boss coordinates. I have the location of a gold tier boss. Interested? Without fuss, the MC replies, 100 days of lifespan. Payment after I see the boss. She gestures. All right, follow me. It's north of town. We'll need to climb a bit. I'll guide you. As he follows, he asks the boss's name. She answers, Plague Wraith. Hearing this, Shadow thinks, she knows its name, must have faced it before. The girl asks, need a healer? The boss has an AoE poison damage skill. He replies, just guide me. I don't need one. He thinks to himself, Plague Wraith, also known as Plague Bear. It's a gold-tier boss with a poison aura that drains HP from anyone nearby. The key is to kill it quickly before it wrecks you. With my current strength, it won't be too hard. I have plenty of good skills for this. The scene begins with a girl leading the MC up steep mountains until they reach the entrance of a cave. Pointing towards it, she says, "The boss monster is inside this cave. My team has already defeated all the other monsters here, but we couldn't take down the boss." She starts guiding Shadow inside, and he follows silently. Deep inside, she stops at a pit, points down, and says, "Look there." Shadow peers inside and sees a thick, poisonous mist filling the place. In the middle stands a tree-like monster with something glowing red atop its head. Shadow says, "All right, this boss is real." He immediately transfers her 100 days of lifespan. She hesitates, looking as if she wants to say something but holds back. The MC, thinking to himself, notes, "If I'm not wrong, this poison can be avoided by just touching it lightly. My 75% evasion rate and Ghost Shadow Step will be very useful here." The girl, sweating nervously, musters courage and says, "Big brother, I need to warn you. This is actually a trap. As soon as you start fighting, some people will come here and try to kill you. I remember they even have a level 2 anti-stealth item." The MC isn't surprised. He had already heard voices from outside the cave. He knew these weaklings couldn't harm him, so he just tells her, "All right, whatever." She becomes even more anxious and admits, "The problem is, they told me to pretend to stop them, but actually get close to you and find out your real identity. They want your real-life information." This makes the MC momentarily speechless. Inwardly, he scoffs. What a pathetic plan. The girl, blushing with embarrassment, explains, "I was forced into this. I just wanted to tell you the truth, so please don't hold a grudge. You can do whatever you want with those people. In fact, I want them dead too. They're blackmailing me in real life." Seeing her honesty, Shadow thinks, "Seems like killing Songfei has increased my influence in this world. Instead of trying to deceive me, she told me everything directly." He asks who's behind it. She replies, "Dongfeng Jian. His ID in God-forsaken game is Xian Yun. He said you've already finished him once before." The MC recalls, "Dongfeng, wasn't he the one who tried to steal my golden ghost ship and later apologized by giving me a skill book?" The girl, still sweating and trembling, says, "Since you finished Songfei, you're confident you can kill him too, right? I'm being honest with you, so please don't give me false hope. Finish Dongfeng is the best option. If he survives..." The MC thinks, "What a childish plan. In my past life, I never even heard of this guy. He must have been eliminated early on." Aloud, he says, "First, I'm going to defeat this boss." Internally, he likens it to finished a stray dog along the way. Shadow immediately activates stealth mode, leaps toward the boss monster, and tells the girl, "We'll use their own plan against them. Let them come here first. Leave the rest to me." He rushes at the boss, but the girl panics. She shouts, "Wait a minute! Shadow is throwing himself into the jaws of death!" She recalls how Dongfeng had brought 3 teams here before, each with 15 to 20 people, and all were wiped out in under 30 seconds. The poison damage was terrifying. They couldn't even take 5% of the boss's HP. Meanwhile, Shadow activates all his skills. Gift of Liberation's throat slit effect, backstab enchantment, weak point attack damage, and Reddy's instant shadow slash. Confident after stacking all these effects, he strikes. The evolved skill hits far harder now, with throat slit adding 150% extra damage over 3 seconds, and weak point attack boosting the first hit by 450%. Combined, after 3 seconds, the total damage is around 80%. The monster's red, eyeball-like protrusions glance at its HP bar, already halved. The girl, seeing just one attack slash away 2/3 of a gold-tier boss's HP, is stunned. Is this guy even human? She wonders. Shadow leaves the monster half dead, then vanishes using Shadow Sneak. Appearing behind the girl, he calculates, "Gift of Liberation has a 25-second cooldown, but with my 75% cooldown reduction, it's only 14 seconds. The boss is just standing there, releasing poison gas that forms deadly pools. I'll wait for my cooldown, the gas to clear, and for Dongfeng underlings to arrive." Soon, a team enters the cave. Their leader, the same fool who interfered in the Golden Ghost ship fight, shouts, "Everyone prepare to kill the boss! Anyone in our way, no mercy." They approach, But the girl steps forward with a massive golden shield, glowing with holy light. Shadow realizes, ah, a gold-grade shield. No wonder they picked her for this role. Hardly anyone could break through it early in the game. She must have gotten lucky and received an ancient god's blessing, earning a gold-tier chest. Shadow blinks, then instantly uses instant shadow slash, cutting down the men before they can even touch the shield. He follows up with blooming flower curse, causing flowers to sprout from their corpses and drain lifespan into him. The girl, horrified, thinks, just one skill killed them all. I'm glad I didn't follow Dongfeng plan. I'd be dead like Songfei and the others. She dismisses her shield and says, add me as a friend. I'll get you Dongfeng real address within a day. The MC agrees. She blushes, saying, if you ever need special service, you can call me anytime. Free for you. Shadow almost bursts out laughing at her brazenness, thinking, no wonder she ruined Dongfeng plan so easily. The MC then speeds past her and delivers 2 instant shadow slashes, killing the gold-tier boss, Plaguebearer. A notification pops up. He gains massive XP, 7 evolution points, and 555 days of tradable lifespan. Looking at the loot, he complains. Not about the boss's drop, but Dongfeng team. Even after draining their entire lifespans, I only got a little over 300 days. And I didn't even use Greedy Hand on the boss yet, still got 555 days. They barely have enough to live, yet they pick fights instead of grinding monsters. He eyes the girl, asking sharply, you're still here? Do you want something too? Startled, she says, no, I'm leaving. Bye-bye, big brother, and runs off. Using Greedy Hand, the MC is surprised. Oh, it's been a while since I got an assassin class skill. Finally. He obtains a platinum tier skill. Darkest Movement. An assassin skill that releases a black light explosion, causing all nearby enemies to bleed. With his cooldown reduction, it lasts 10 seconds, affects enemies within 20 meters, and only has a 34-second cooldown. Reading its description, Shadow grins, perfect. If I can blind enemies without going into stealth, I can still trigger double damage. Doesn't matter what level anti-stealth they have, my attack efficiency and damage output won't drop. Our MC examining a poisonous blade, realizing it was dropped by the Plaguebearer. This platinum tier Plague Blade is an assassin-type weapon. It increases attack power by 26, agility by 42, and weak point attack multiplier by 0.3. Its level requirement is 10. It has a unique effect. Any attack from the MC inflicts toxin, which explodes after 3 seconds, dealing 50% extra damage. After collecting everything, MC heads outside, saying it's been a great day with a good harvest. He has accumulated 98 evolution points and is close to upgrading his epic grade Greedy Hand skill to legendary. Outside, he spots some crabs, shrimps, and other sea monsters. These monsters panic at his sight. Shadow remarks that he needs just over 10,000 experience points to complete his job advancement, so he decides to grind on these small monsters. The monsters tremble at his gaze, but as soon as MC releases a bit of power and kills some, the rest panic and try to flee toward the sea. Unfortunately, they can't escape Shadow. In a blink, he kills them all. Taking a deep breath, he says he can finally do his job advancement. Clicking on job advancement, a massive amount of spiritual energy ripples outward like strange waves in water. The golden spiritual energy intensifies, and MC's eyes open. A notification appears. Your job shadow has advanced. Previously 0 tier, it is now 1st tier. His appearance gradually changes. Hood removed, white hair visible. Another notification shows that his job attribute bonuses are now tripled instead of doubled. Strength is now 9, was 3. Constitution, 9, was 3. Agility, 24, was 8. Spirit, 15, was 5. MC's new look radiates dangerous golden energy. MC, observing, comments that it's incredibly flashy but impressive. Another notification reveals all passive skills of his job. The first passive doubles strength duration, and now he can activate the second strength even while in stealth. Previously, he had to wait until the first strength expired and became visible again before reusing it. Now, as soon as cooldown ends, he can reuse it, stealth or not. Due to job advancement, MC gains level 2 strength, and a secondary passive boosts it to level 3. A third passive triples damage when attacking enemies from outside their field of vision. Shadow is amazed by these bonuses, noting that in his first-year job advancement, attribute bonuses tripled, and stealth can now be permanently activated as long as cooldown is sufficient. Damage from blind spot attacks also triples. He marvels that this is extremely dangerous for a first-year player, worthy of the strongest hidden class job. Suddenly, a broadcast in the sky announces, 7 players in Jeongai City have reached level 10 and are eligible to enter the God-Abundant continent. Shadow is shocked, realizing it's only 8:30 p.m., and many players have already reached level 10. MC checks a notification window listing players like Shadow, Grey Rose, Snowy Day, Black Plum Wang Ming, and many others. In his previous life, the leaderboard was full of foreign players. Seeing familiar faces makes Shadow extremely happy. He thinks his influence in selling skill boxes and equipment may now change the world's situation compared to his past life. The scene shifts to reality outside the God-forsaken game. At night, under bright buildings, the police raid a criminal organization, arresting members of Dajong Industries. 3 members remain in the God-forsaken game. Their bodies are still in virtual state and cannot be arrested. Officers discuss how hunger will force these members to log out to eat, at which point they can be arrested. Shadow's help proved crucial, providing criminal intelligence and advance notice that abilities could be extracted into reality. If they had been late, level 10 players could have extracted abilities, causing heavy casualties during arrest. The scene returns to the God-forsaken game. MC is in town, ready to teleport to the God-Abundant continent. The girl who gave him coordinates for the gold-tier monster contacts Shadow, expressing admiration for him as a great hero. She explains that Dajong Industries collaborated with Songfei to kidnap players for labor and kill those who refused. Shadow remains silent, suspecting officials may be whitewashing him for future cooperation. MC asks if she found Dingfeng Jizian's real address. She hasn't, asking him to wait. MC thinks other matters can wait. The urgent task is reaching the God-Abundant continent first. He moves forward, noticing people still using the teleportation area, but unable to access the God-Abundant continent teleport yet. MC sets his target, and a notification confirms his teleportation. He realizes the current town is like a newbie village. The real game begins upon reaching the God-Abundant continent. Teleported to Jeongai City ruins, the atmosphere resembles Mars. MC isn't surprised, having anticipated it. He notes that first-time players arriving from other cities appear in their respective city ruins. A house door opens behind him, revealing 2 glowing red eyes. A shadowy black figure bursts out, revealed as a demon spider-snake hybrid, attacking Shadow. A massive explosion occurs, but MC counters it using Ghost Shadow Blur. He then uses Instant Shadow Slash, defeating the enemy. Notifications indicate he has killed a level 11 normal-grade monster, Earthshaker. Immediately, 3 more similar demons surround him. They attack simultaneously, but MC evades with a jump. He activates Gift of Liberation and defeats all 3 in one strike using Instant Shadow Slash. Their life force dissipates, as usual. MC observes that previously, towns were safe zones. Now, monsters roam every street, capable of attacking any time. Shelters and hidden ruins allow players to establish strongholds and dominate areas. Ignoring monster loot, MC runs northeast. Knowing the best shelter in Jeongai City ruins matches his past life's God-slaying guild location. The scene begins amid broken buildings, where a stage-like area shows a statue holding strange birds. Beneath this statue, shadows of a team moving around appear. This is Wang Ming team. Looking around in surprise, Little Black says, "Wow, so this is God-Abundant continent?" Wang Ming replies, "Why does it look like a modern city ruin?" Little Black thinks for a moment and says, "It seems somewhat familiar." Then, pointing toward a tower, Little Black says, "Wait, isn't this the ruin of Jeongai City?" Gui confirms with, "Yes, that's exactly Jeongai City's tower and it's still standing." Little Black scans the surroundings and says, "Someone said Brother Shadow also transferred here. So where is he? Is he over here?" Gui, with a slight sarcastic smile, says, "Hey, Big Plum, don't panic, he could be invisible." Suddenly, 2 monsters emerge from the ground to attack them. Wang Ming, always alert, is confused seeing this. He shouts, "Watch out! There are monsters here!" Wang Ming takes the front line with his shield, while Gui sits on his head using her owl and casts Spirit Protection, a buff that increases Wang Ming's power, defense, reaction, and speed. Then 2 Earthshakers advance to attack them, but Wang Ming casts his shield, causing both monsters to crash into it like boulders, taking 500 damage each. The attack was powerful, and Wang Ming cries out in pain. Fortunately, Gui supports him with her healing spells, Wang Ming him to stay careful, as even normal grade monsters here are stronger than silver rank bosses in Small Town. Meanwhile, their team's archer shoots a powerful arrow called Binding Arrow, easily trapping both monsters. Excited, he shouts that these monsters are weak to crowd control, so he will lock them while everyone else goes all out. Little Black casts her spell, raising her staff to the sky, generating a massive fireball. She shouts, "Prophetic Fireball!" The fireball splits into 2, hitting both monsters simultaneously, killing them instantly. The archer cheers, raising his vote and shouting, "We defeated these monsters! How cool is that?" Little Black, overjoyed, starts dancing and singing "la la la" instead of actual words. Wang Ming tells Gui to send her owl to scout the area. Gui chants a spell and the owl flies up, spotting a vast number of monsters. Gui warns that there are too many monsters and their previous fights have attracted even more. There are no towns or safe zones nearby. "What should we do now, Captain?" she asks. The team is shocked. Wang Ming shouts, "There's no safe zone at all?" The archer yells, "What's happening with this continent? How did it suddenly turn into a survival game?" Little Black, frightened, grips her staff tightly. She instructs, "Gui, can you try to find Boss Shadow? He must have arrived here at most 10 minutes before us. If we find him, we'll be safe." Her real name is Gui, but everyone lovingly calls her Xiao. Gui observes with the owl and says, "I see no signs of anyone nearby." Then she notices something, eyes wide, and shouts, "Wait!" Ahead, a street shines brightly as if filled with swarming fireflies. Gui realizes, in the northwest, these lights are loot dropped by monsters. This must be the boss's doing. Their inventory must be full since they didn't pick up any items. Suddenly, Earthshakers emerge from all sides. Little Black shouts, "Watch out, more monsters are coming!" Seeing so many Earthshakers, Anu starts running northwest, shouting to everyone, "Run quickly! Shadow has already cleared this area. It will be safe if we follow the line of dropped items. We'll definitely find Shadow this way." The team runs together, dodging the monsters while maintaining formation, ready to fight if needed. The scene shifts to show a massive swarm of Earthshakers, which then gets sliced into pieces by blue lines, clearly shadow work. He turns the monsters into loot without even looking at it, saying that even without using the active effect of his Gift of Liberation, his normal instant Shadow Slash deals 20 to 300 damage. These small monsters are instantly killed by his hands. This place is truly paradise for monster farming. MC then reaches the Godslayer Guild's headquarters. The place looks broken and abandoned. Shadow remarks that under the ruins lies a massive area, discovered after a long time in his past life. The underground palace contains over 1,000 resting rooms and dozens of large halls. It was the largest hideout in Jungai City and the former base of his Godslayer Guild. Before claiming it as a hideout, it functions as a dungeon filled with mechanical monsters and guardian bosses. Shadow explains that the bigger a hideout, the stronger its guardian. Breaking a wall, he enters and recalls assembling 3 squads of 18 elite members each after forming the guild, all level 15 with strong skills and equipment, yet almost failing to conquer this palace. Descending the dungeon stairs, he goes deeper. A notification appears. "You have entered a hideout." Footsteps echo in darkness as he approaches a large hall filled with dozens of dangerous spirit monsters. Another notification says, "This is the land of soul purification." Confident, MC enters alone, saying that even though he brought his entire gang last time, he is enough alone this time. A notification appears. To claim this area, defeat the territory guardian. As he enters, all monsters focus on him, then suddenly go berserk, charging like mad wolves. Shadow continues forward. In a blink, he draws his dagger, dodges their attacks, and thinks, "These are all level 12 gold tier elemental spirits. Time to use absolute darkness, my darkest skill." Darkness spreads, confusing the monsters. Taking advantage, Shadow uses instant Shadow Slash, attacking all monsters and cutting through them. He keeps attacking with his dagger, dealing dangerous damage even without skills. Turning back stylishly, he says, As long as they are blind, all my attacks will deal extra damage. Even my basic attacks are enough. After killing the level 12 monsters, the hall fills with loot, which Shadow ignores. Calmly, he says, "I've cleared all 15 monsters in this main hall. There are thousands of rooms and dozens of similar halls in the soul purification area. A massive task." Smiling at the thought, he moves to the next hall. Clearing all monsters there would give him enough evolution points to evolve Greedy Hand. He doesn't pick up loot again, focusing on evolving his skill. Once all monsters in the area are killed, the Guardian boss will appear. Scene begins with some people from other cities and countries reaching level 10 and entering the God-forsaken continent. A boy and a girl use their town's teleportation circle to arrive in this continent. As soon as they arrive, they face this scene of destruction. The boy seems confused and asks if this broken-down place is really the God-forsaken continent. The girl, a little scared, responds that it feels very strange to her and somehow familiar. She wonders if these ruins are actually New York. Meanwhile, other players from different locations also arrive in the God-forsaken continent, all equally confused. For now, only a few select teams have managed to reach here. The scene shifts back to the confused couple, who shout in disbelief. They realize that people from different regions might be transferring from their hometowns into this continent. The girl is shocked and wonders if the city's geographical location actually matches the real world. At that moment, 2 Earthseeker monsters cast shadows over them. Shocked, they turn around to see a massive horde of Earthseekers. The boy screams in panic, realizing they must escape, but it's impossible for 2 normal level 10 players to avoid so many level 12 Earthseekers. Their screams echo, and you can imagine their fate. The scene changes to Zhanghai City's ruins. It's hard to pinpoint the exact location, but judging by the loot scattered on the road, Shadow must have passed through recently. Wang Ming team is hiding in a crack beside the road. Wang Ming says he doesn't see any other monsters nearby, so they decide to wait here for a while and recover. Nearby, laughing, the girl loses herself in her thoughts. She says there's no doubt now. Everyone calls Shadow the boss. She thought they were strong, but today she realized they can only survive under the shadow of the boss. Hearing this, Wang Ming feels a little embarrassed and tells Captain Anu to choose words carefully. Anu asks if she said something wrong. Little Black adds that fortunately, the boss has already cleared this area. Otherwise, they could have died along with so many monsters. She's also curious where they would respawn if they died here. Gui uses her powers to scout the area through her owl's eyes. Wang Ming tells Captain Anu that since there are 6 of them, they shouldn't rush to explore and should wait until every team member reaches level 10 before exploring together. Anu agrees. Gui, following the MC's path, reaches the shelter where Shadow is still clearing everything. Scanning everything, Gui notices that all the monsters died one after another in a line. But the trail seems to have disappeared. It looks like the boss Shadow has vanished from here. Among the loot, there are even some gold-level drops, and Gui wants to take them. Wang Ming says he will contact Shadow first to see if he needs all the items, and if not, they can collect them, and later pay an equivalent value in lifespan. Shadow realizes Wang Ming party and others must have arrived. He agrees to contact them later, as he also has equipment to sell. The MC enters a room filled with electricity, with a statue resembling an angel. Ignoring the current, Shadow charges in like a bull. Suddenly, a guardian appears, completely electrified and wearing knight armor. Its health bar floats above, and compared to Shadow, even 10 of him wouldn't match its strength. It's a level 15 soul purifier, a platinum-grade monster and the guardian of this land. To become the monster of this land, one must defeat it. Any fan would realize that level 15 monsters are the highest in this ruined city, making this the top-grade boss. It has 7,500 HP, 3 phases, and its single-target thunder attack was deadly in the MC's past life, even when he wore full gold-tier armor. Now he doesn't need to face it directly. He can dodge and strike using instant Shadow Slash. Shadow attacks the Soul Purifier with heavy instant Shadow Slash moves passing through it. Though the attack doesn't reduce much health, he activates his Gift of Glory's throat slit effect, reducing some of the boss's health. The boss, enraged, summons a trident-like spear with its thunder powers, launching it at Shadow. The spear multiplies into countless spears raining down, but Shadow reactions and eyesight allow him to dodge them. With his agility at 182, he could run at 40 meters per second. Shadow recalls that in his past life, his guild survived due to luck and priest shields. This time, he executes a slice attack and escapes, determined not to give the boss a single chance. His attacks, Throat Slit, Instant Shadow Slash, and Plague Explosion Blade, combine to deal massive damage, instantly reducing 1,500 HP. The boss enters Phase 2 and electricity spreads rapidly. 3 lightning orbs condense around it. The MC realizes the boss is entering an invincible state, continuously generating lightning orbs and attacking. They must destroy the 3 orbs first, or the boss will enter a berserk state. In the MC's previous life, the boss wiped out his entire team in one attack while in berserk mode. Using venom darts, the MC destroys 2 lightning orbs, dealing significant damage. Destroying the orbs weakens the boss, who then unleashes a dark poison attack. Its health bar glows red as it becomes enraged. Electricity spreads chaotically, but the MC is unharmed. Flying into the sky, surrounded by a yellow shield, the MC observes that the boss's lightning is directed at the ground. He plans to attack from above while activating Gift of Glory and Dark Light Shield. The boss's lightning hits the MC's black light shield, but thanks to the shield, he takes no damage. Then, he attacks the boss with an instant shadow slash through off liberation, shredding its body to pieces in a single strike. Even mid-cut, the boss's head flies off, and the MC lands safely below. Before he lands, the boss's body had already started disappearing. 2 notifications pop up. One says he has defeated the Platinum-grade Soul Purifier Fiza, leveling her up to 11. All her main attributes are increased by 4. She receives 10 free attribute points, 20 evolution points, and 101,520 days of tradable lifespan. Shadow is overjoyed and laughs, saying, "Excellent." But the system's congratulations aren't over. Another notification announces that he's the first person to defeat a Platinum-grade boss, earning him 10 reputation points. Finally, the MC is congratulated for becoming the master of soul purification land. Overwhelmed with rewards, he doesn't even pick up the loot dropped in live span. I start to get frustrated myself. Why leave so much loot behind? Quietly, he turns and moves forward, explaining that this hideout doesn't just provide protection in the game, it also has storage functions. Most importantly, everything here can be brought into the real world. Yes, the entire hideout can transfer items from God-forsaken game into reality. Weapons will start manifesting in real life: broken guns, planes, tanks, and missiles. Deadly weapons like nuclear bombs will be unusable from day 1. Fighter jets and tanks can function for a month, but eventually they become scrap metal. In other words, all future real-world wars will depend entirely on powers extracted from God-forsaken game. These hideouts, once transferred to reality, can activate magic defense barriers, which people will consider the safest haven in the future. Shadow pauses briefly, reminiscing about emotional memories from his past. Then he moves forward, saying that in his previous life, his Godslayer guild had made this place their base, and the guild kept expanding. Even though the place holds many good memories, he had seen many people come and go, filled with their own schemes and battles. Filled with determination, he declares that this time he will not follow that path. He will grow strong on his own until he reaches the top. The scene changes to a wild area where rain still falls. In the God-forsaken game town area, a demon boss, resembling a boar with silver armor and a large axe, attacks MC's sister, Xiao. A man shouts, warning her to move, but Xiao throws her magic wand aside, covers her face, and screams in fear, as if someone is about to save her. Predictably, her body is split in 2. Even after death, her eyes remain open from terror. Instantly, she teleports back to her town's teleportation circle. Notifications appear. She has died, losing 14 years of non-tradable lifespan and 2 days of tradable lifespan. In shock, she mutters, "I'm dead. I'm dead again." Her teammate contacts her, shouting that the boss's axe was huge, yet she didn't dodge it. She snaps out of her shock, telling him he can't blame her since he couldn't even draw the boss's aggro properly. Her teammate, furious, explains it was an AoE attack affecting everyone, so he couldn't control the aggro. Suddenly, the boy gets a notification. Level 8 player Gale Storm has left the party. Xiaoface looks pitiful, ready to cry. But her friend contacts her, explaining that the boss is chasing her and asking for help. Moments later, the sound of a loud scream is heard. It's the boss's axe that split her head. Soon, her friend teleports beside her, but words fail to console Xiao. Her friend regains composure and suggests farming smaller monsters to level up, as they are low on lifespan. Xiao agrees. A town-wide notification announces that the player Shadow has become the first person to defeat a platinum-grade boss, earning 10 reputation points. Two people watching nearby scream in disbelief, amazed that Shadow defeated a boss alone. The girl with black eye patch questions if anyone knows his real identity. Xiao and her friend check the notification. Xiao wonders why players are so weak that even killing a silver boss is a struggle, and how Shadow can be so powerful, achieving the first platinum kill alone. The scene shifts to the MC's new hideout and godforsaken game. He sorts his items, feeling his powers, noting that after killing the Soul Purifier, he leveled up from 10 to 11. Every level up increases attributes and grants 10 points. He decides to invest all attribute points in agility to combine it with his strength for easy boss fights. Activating Greedy Hand, golden aura flows from him. The MC realizes that killing the platinum boss gave him 20 evolution points, enough to evolve Greedy Hand. A notification confirms he consumed 210 evolution points, leaving 15, and his Ascension-type skill Greedy Hand upgraded from Epic to Legendary. The skill now has a 500% chance for bonus loot, a 100% chance for higher-grade items, and a new passive effect, Greedy Space, adding 1 item slot to storage. MC's eyes light up. His bonus loot increased from 3 to 5, and his storage gained 100 extra slots. Using Greedy Hand, he collects loot from the Platinum boss. Notifications confirm 5 bonus loot items and 100 evolution points, bringing him to 115. Shadow observes additional loot, including 2 Ascension items and a skill book, but his level is too low to use them, so he stores them in the hideout. Shadow summons his devotion follower, ordering him to gather all loot in the palace into one pile. MC now has 115 evolution points to upgrade his epic grade skills further. He evolves Shadow Strength 3 times, increasing duration, damage, and reducing cooldown. He evolves Backstep Enchantment twice, improving damage bonus, and upgrades Absolute Darkness to Epic, increasing blind duration from 10 to 16 seconds, and extending its range from 20 to 50 meters. He then evolves Curse of Blossoming Flower 3 times to Legendary, allowing it to erase dead bodies and absorb 50% of non-tradable lifespan from targets and nearby orbs. Shadow is astonished, shouting in disbelief at the new effect. MC recalls a dangerous place with floating islands in the dark, where high-level bosses could drain lifespan at speeds 100 to 1,000 times faster, consuming non-tradable lifespan first. A warrior girl named Milky White congratulates MC on killing the first platinum boss. Shadow, seeing her, simply asks about her work instead of complimenting her beauty. She informs him that Dongfeng just logged out and that his family is gathering at Zhangnan restaurant. MC's devotion follower piles up all the palace loot before him. MC stores the items in his inventory, noting half the slots are still empty. Greedy Space's 100 slots prove very useful. He plans to sell items to Wang Ming next. The scene shifts to Wang Ming's team. Shadow appears, making Anu extremely happy, jumping and calling out, "Boss, boss," as she tries to hug him. Shadow stops her midway, saying, as always, he will set the price, and if she doesn't like it, she need not buy. There are over 30 common and brown tier items, available for 950 days of tradable lifespan. Shadow's strong hand left a mark on Anu's face, but she laughs, confirming it's fine. The total estimated value of all items is slightly over 1,000 days of lifespan, rounded up to 2,000 days. A notification lists gold, silver, and even platinum tier gear worth about 18,000 days of tradable lifespan. The girl, astonished, shows her own gold tier equipment to MC, acknowledging his expertise. She happily remarks that with his help, Zhongai city development will progress rapidly. Shadow responds that he is just giving a hand. Little Black acts cute, teasing him about his huge inventory, but Shadow doesn't react to the joke, instead giving a tip. In the middle of Ruin City, there's a stone statue hiding stairs leading to a teleportation circle to return to the starting village. The first use requires 500 days of tradable lifespan, but subsequent visits are free. After leaving, Anne jumps in excitement, exclaiming that Shadow must be a reincarnated person to know so much hidden information. Wang Ming nervously asks her to calm down. Captain Anu strikes a seductive pose, joking about flirting with Shadow, irritating Wang Ming and Little Black.